Hi guys, it's Inspirational Nails, and I'm coming to show you my new mani, and it's dedicated to peace, because we need to have more of it, I think, in this world. I will tell you that in person they look so much better than on camera. I don't know why, but I hope the pictures come out better, because I really want you to be able to really see the just all the detail in this mani. It really came out really nice in person. But anyways, with that said, I am going to show you what I use and how I achieve this look. So let's get started. Okay, so for the plate, I used the Dixie plate Summer '01. You can see it down here. And I featured this in my last video when I reviewed the other stamping plate that just came out from the Dixie collection. And I just want to say yay to Kate from Dixie Plates, because she just released these plates to Beautometry. So I'm really excited, and I just want to say congratulations to her, and please check her out if you don't purchase from her site. If you feel more comfortable purchasing from a US site, you can go to Beautometry now, because they do have so many companies that they have for stamping plates and just stamping products in general. I love Beautometry. I think it's an awesome site, so please check them out. I will be leaving Dixie Plates website down below, and also Beautometry, so that you can check them out. So with that said, for this plate, I used this image down here. I used this peace sign, of course, the deuces right here. And also I use made for right up here on the top. Okay. Now, I will tell you that, of course, it does not reflect that it's just, on my nails using the whole summary part of this plate. But I did do some swatches for you, so you could see just some other pretty images that are from this plate. As you can see, this one here has the shells, and this one here has these beautiful flowers. I stamped them with a pale blue and then a purple on top. Those are these right here. And then, of course, I had to use these flip-flops because they're just simply adorable. I got gold, look at this, all over me. So let me put them on top of here so you can kind of see them better. I love this one. I love that jelly base that I used. And I just, I rubbed some holographic pigment on it. And then I stamped it with this beautiful pink. And then on this one here, you can see that the background is kind of also jelly polish, but it has these beautiful little stars and sparkles in it, and it just came out really pretty. So I did want to show you some just summer fun images there using this plate. So with that said, I want to show you what I used. So for the base, I used this beautiful blue from Nina. Now I will tell you, this one here, I got it at Sally's Beauty Supply Store. This is called Blue Blaze, and it is it actually dries matte. Let me show you what it looks like. Isn't that beautiful? Now, of course, because I was putting so much stuff on top of it, for this mani, I just wanted it to be glossy. But if you wanted to leave it matte, I will tell you that I've worn it just like this by itself with no stamping on top, just the matte. And it held up really well. I think I had it on for about a week with no chips, no issues, and I didn't put no top coat. Of course, I did use a base coat, because you always got to use a base coat. Protect your nails. So anyways, this is, and it doesn't say anywhere that it's matte. So it was a discovery when I used it. Okay, so this one here is this beautiful gold that I used. I use this on my ring fingers, you could see, and it's by Shelly. I got this from Walgreens, and they've always had this brand for, I mean, when I'm talking about years, I mean years, and they're so inexpensive. And a lot of them, believe it or not, if you have a Walgreens, a lot of them stamp really well because they're really opaque. This one actually is not very opaque. When I bought it, I thought it would be, but it's not. It takes about 3 coats to be opacity, to make it opaque, but it's simply just beautiful. So I will tell you that the gold that I used is by T, and look at that. It's like the exact same gold. And it worked out so perfectly because I really wanted something that was similar to this, and it's just the exact same gold. This one reminds me a lot of Born Pretty Store's gold. This one might be a tad bit brighter, believe it or not. So if you're looking for a really bright gold, you can get it from T, or you can even get it from Born Pretty Store. Okay, and then I also use, for my black, I use my Funky Fingers. It's my favorite that I've been using lately. And then also for that beautiful, like that shimmer, I used this gorgeous one, this gorgeous dust by Magpie. And it is in the name Sky. It's just so beautiful. It actually does not, I don't know, I don't really, it transpires much more gold on the nails. I don't know, it's just so beautiful. That's why I decided to stamp it with the gold, because just the gold flecks was just so, like, it comes right through on top of this blue. Remember, whenever you're playing with pigments, it just depends on what color you put it on top of. You're really going to get different looks. So, it's such a pretty color. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the plate aside. And I'm going to actually use the dust. So in order to use the dust, I want to put a layer of polish on top of the blue. Okay, and what this is going to do is just kind of act as my glue. Now, of course, if you use gel, then you would of course use your gel and cure it. And you can use it on the tacky layer that's on top in order to put the dust. For me, what I do is I just use a regular top coat, or you can even use a base coat or any type of a sticky base polish. There's so many out there that you can use. This one here is really good. It's called 2-bit polish. It's called You're So Tacky. This is actually, it actually leaves that really tacky layer. You can also use, what I love to use is this one here. And this is the foil glue. That works really great as well. Or you can even use a regular base or top coat. It's definitely your choice. So I'm just going to give this just another minute to get tacky so that I can put the dust on top. Okay, so now that it's tacky and ready to go, all I'm going to do is take one of those little eye spongy things, and then I'm just going to pat it. And that's really all I did with this. I didn't use no fancy technique or anything. All I did was pat it onto that tacky layer. And look how pretty that is. And then I just kind of brush off any excess I have from the little brush, close it up, and all done. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Okay, then of course you want a top coat, and I'll be right back. Okay, so look how pretty that is once I top coat it. It's just so pretty. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to move on to the gold one here. Okay, so I'm going to bring over the plates. What I'm going to start off with is the little hand. Okay, and I'm going to be using my Fab Your Nails. Okay. Just going to use my hard card. Pick up this image here. Now there's the image. Now remember, this is a distorted image, so it's not all going to fully come out exact because it is a distorted image. So what I did was, once you have your image, you're going to place it where you want. Okay, and now what I wanted is I wanted it to be a little bit more pronounced. So in order to do that, I stamped it several times. What I did was alternate. The next color that I'm going to do is white. So you want to clean off the image and then stamp it with white, and then I stamped it with black on top again. So you're just going to go in with your white, and I'm using just my funky fingers white. Okay, scrape, pick up the white. There it is. I'm not sure if you can see it too well because it is white, but I'm gonna kind of pull off what I don't want, and then again pick up my image, and then I don't want it exactly on top, and that is perfect. You see that? And then now I'm gonna stamp it again with black, and then I'll be back with the final look. Okay, so here is the final look. As you can see, it's been stamped 3 times, and it gives just a more defined look of the peace sign, and I really like the way it came out. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the top, which is made for. Okay, so for this part I am going to be using my firm stamper. The reason is because you see the 4, it is not as depth as the rest of the image, and it's not picking up perfectly with any of my other stampers. So I really had to play around with my stampers to kind of find a stamper that will pick up the entire image in its entirety. So that's why I'm using my Westonian stamper, and I'm sorry if it's kind of going out of focus. So I'm just going to get close up here so you can see, and I'm going to put enough polish so that it really wants to pick up, get into those grooves. And I'm just going to swipe 1 time, and then I'm going to go in with my firm stamper. And as you see, it did have trouble picking up, so we're going to try it again. Now, I have said this before in other videos, if you have trouble picking up an image, try to scrape it a different way. Like maybe scraping it instead of down, scraping it sideways, because you may be able to pick up the image much better, because the polish would go into the grooves much better, being scraped from a different angle. Again, stamping is really just trial and error and playing around, and just practice. And you see that? Just by me going sideways, it definitely picked up the image much better. Okay, so I'm just going to clean it up, and I'm going to stamp it on the nail. Okay, so now that I have the image, there it is right there, I am going to, because I'm using my Westonian stamper, I do want to try to get this perfect, so I am just going to gently put it down where I want it, and I'm just going to lift off, and there it is. Now it's not perfect because of course I did not use a clear jelly stamper, but you can definitely make it a decal and take it off and put it exactly where you want. But overall, it's kind of organic and I like it, so it works. Okay, so I'm just going to top coat this, and then we'll move on back to the blue. Okay, so for the blue, I'm going to be using my T gold polish here. And oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. I'm going to scrape. And then I'm going to be using my Messy Mansion stamper. And look at that. Gorgeous. So what I'm going to take the pop stick, and I'm just going to kind of smush it in there, and look at how beautiful that looks. Oh my god, it's just so pretty. I'm telling you, just with that sparkle in the background, it's just really pretty. Okay, so oh, I'm sorry for the camera going crazy. There I go again, I just hit it. Okay, so the last thing is actually stamping this kind of like distress peace sign. I thought was really cool. So I'm just going to pick it up with my Fab Your Nails. Scrape. I'm also going to use my Messy Mansion again. And look at that. And then you just want to clean up what you don't want. So I'm just going to take off what I don't want from it. And then with this, again, I was not trying to be precise anywhere. So I'm just going to stamp it. Boop. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to top coat it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here are the final two. Oh, I think they came out so pretty. I love that sparkle in the back. I love the gold. I really just wanted to be kind of like a graffiti piece looking type of mani, and I think it came out pretty good. So if you like, you know what to do. Please hit that like button, and please comment below if you have any questions. And until next one, bye guys.